Hey everybody, this is Principal Anderson with Michelle Clark, and we are joined today to kind of have some conversation with some alumni from the class of 2023. So this series that we'll be having, we'll be talking to a lot of alumni and getting their take on some things, seeing where they are, giving some advice to incoming freshmen, and kind of seeing like where they are now. So I'm going to stop for a moment and let them all introduce themselves, and then we'll start with the rapid run of questions. So since you're in the first chair there, Miss, we'll let ladies go first.
Okay. Hey, y'all. My name's Sierra Tillman. I graduated in 2023.
And I would just like to say, Sierra, you talk louder than that. I mean, if the mic is going to pick you up, you can't be trying to talk cute.
Boy, what? Okay, we're going to try again.
Yes, please.
Hey, y'all. My name's Sierra Tillman, and I graduated in 2023.
Much better. I feel like I know you now. Yes, go ahead next.
My name is Deshaun, and I am also class of 2023.
My name is Lamaria Morton, and I'm also class of 2023.
So we're dealing with the class of 2023. We found 3 representatives. I'm sure there are more, and some probably will call and say, why you didn't pick me first? But make sure you just give us a call or send me an email, canderson@cps.edu. So let's start out, and anybody can go first. What advice would you give to incoming freshmen? So we got about 170 freshmen coming in, and of course they're coming from various schools, like you guys did when you came as freshmen, and I was with you the whole 4 years. So just one thing that you would give to freshmen as advice.
One thing I could give to a freshman who needs advice on like coming to high school and the experiences, do what you can within a respectable limit. Don't feel like you can do whatever you want, but at the same time, make high school go how you want it to go. Mm-hmm. We hear the expression "closed mouths don't get fed." If you know you want something that's under your principal's power or under one of your teacher's powers, just know that you can always communicate that to them and talk to them, and they can be that person for you.
Very cool. Anybody else?
Okay. I definitely say when I was a freshman, the number one thing that helped me the most was getting to know people. I feel like Lamarion said, closed mouths don't get fed. If there's something that you want to do, if you want to get more involved, if you want to know a lot of people, if you want to take advantage of all the opportunities that Michelle Clark has to offer, I definitely say that you should get to know your peers, you should get to know your upperclassmen, and get to know all the staff and administration.
Thank you. You want to add anything, Deshaun?
Coming in as a freshman, like I was saying a take ago, it's weird. It's weird, and it's an entirely different world. It's way different from middle school. You know, there's an entirely different set of rules, so many different faces, and the structure is overall different. Nice. But I was saying that school itself wasn't a challenge for me. I felt like my biggest challenge was myself, you know, keeping the motivation up to even get out of bed and come to school every single day, because there was plenty of times where I was like, I quit. I just don't want to do this no more. But I kept getting up, and next thing you know, it was over. And as far as socializing and as far as meeting new faces and making new friends, honestly, just be yourself, because that's exactly how I met the people I'm around right now.
Yeah. When we say, and I know we said it to y'all because we said it to every freshman class, get involved. It happens so quick that it's over. Would you guys agree with that? Like, it happens. Like, you looked up and you were like the senior class, right? I mean, 4 years go like that. In those 4 years, and this question is to anybody, what would you say you learned about yourself? That, because now you guys are like serious adults now, but what is something that you say, I learned this about myself in high school?
I'll probably say what I learned would have to be, the sky's the limit. And I feel like a lot of times I was doubting myself, and I was kind of overthinking and feeling like I couldn't do something. But in reality, the most power that you have is within yourself. And so I feel like whatever you put your mind to, you will be able to do it.
Okay. Anybody else?
One thing for me was that I'm probably more of an extrovert than I thought. Even though I'm still pretty introverted, but around the right people and around the right energy, and I can be more extroverted and put myself more out there, be more volunteering and things of that nature.
Wow. Sean, you want to add anything?
I believe I learned that I was more mature than most people, and not even in a flexing way, but I noticed that but besides like the people that I already known or have gotten to know, I noticed that a lot of their problems that they have, I don't think I will ever run into because I don't put myself in those type of situations, which ultimately cause like a very like huge disconnect with between like me and some of my peers, you know. But I have learned that I'm more mature than most.
Yeah. So when we think about this, like I'm still thinking about how some of y'all looked freshman year, but I'm sure y'all can think about how I looked freshman year too. So I mean, I wasn't always fabulous, right? But you know, as you go through all this, you guys have seen so many changes. Like every year, somebody says, "You didn't do this for us. Why they got this now?" Right? Do you guys remember the things y'all used to say? Like, "You didn't do this for us. Why they got?" What were some of those things?
I'm gonna go first.
Oh, go first.
Let's start with this football field.
Oh my God.
Then we're gonna go to the track field. You know, we got a big motion monitor going on outside. It's just so much going on. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty glad that we were able to be a part of making this happen, even if it wasn't going on when we was here. But I'm still hating a little bit.
Okay. I take the hate. I take it. But I also take the appreciation that, you know, you helped start that, because it didn't start like the day that, you know, this year. It started years back when you guys were a part of it. Anything you guys want to add to it?
So the last time I was up here, we was talking to Dean, and he had told us about how he had about 10 students who were graduating with their associates.
Oh,
He had a program
told that part.
where he had some students graduated with their associates already. And while that wasn't something that we had that could have been potentially beneficial, I do feel like gratitude. I do feel glad that other people can experience that. And it's just one of them things where even though I didn't get it, it's still good to see that y'all are expanding and still moving forward, because, you know, what else would you do?
Yeah.
So,
But I'll say this, that I want you guys to always remember, everything that happens from when you guys were freshmen even to now is because there's somebody standing on your shoulders that you laid the foundation. So had you guys not laid the foundation of, this is what we want for our school, somebody else wouldn't have been standing on that shoulder and say, I see it, now let's try it out. And so everything that has happened, you guys stand on the shoulders of people who graduated in 2022, 2021, and on down the line. And so every time you stand on someone else's shoulders, you're able to make bigger and better things happen. But it wouldn't happen if you didn't start by standing on someone's shoulder. And so I know that's kind of like deep, but think about it, like if people like the group that graduated in 2021 didn't start some of the things, and in 2020, because remember we started the whole petition with people coming and saying we wanted to feel, so that had to keep going. So had you guys not jumped on top of that, and then next people jumped on top of that with you, think about it would have just died. So you guys really I do thanks because of the power that you gave us to keep going too as well. And so I want it to be that every time you guys look back, you're like, yeah, my school is doing something new and doing something different. But I also want you to feel like it's because I started that fire. What are your thoughts on that? That was deep, man. I need to write a book.
I need to write a book. It's great.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that?
as far as things go, I feel that in one way or another, I do that though. I do those things. Like I look back at Michelle Clark, and even when I was in college, and a lot of people would ask me, because I know a lot of people at my college, because I attended Illinois State University for my first semester of college, and a lot of people who came there were from Chicago. And they used to ask me, like, oh, what school did you go to? And I used to say Michelle Clark, and it would just be like this big thing. And, like, they would always be like, oh, y'all was on the news. And, you know, so.
Yeah. So you were like the news celebrity. What you got, Sierra? Let's talk about your school.
You know,
Yes.
my illustrious HBCU that I attend now at the moment, you know, I think it's pretty cool. But I definitely do take time to appreciate all the things that we were able to contribute to, you know, because like you said, once you start something or if you want something, it's going to take time to get there. And it really takes a village, and it takes a lot of people to try to push something. And I think that it's beautiful that we could help contribute to our illustrious, beautiful high school. And, you know.
But we had the podcast, right?
We did.
So you guys were a part of starting that, correct? Or was that that was the grade before you?
A little bit.
Okay.
You know, we
It
all
was
contributed.
definitely.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
But
And so we just got the lunchroom remodeled, so I got to take you guys down there to show you that. But
It's just new thing, got
it-
the new thing.
oh my
he
God,
just living it up.
He just flexing at this point.
Yeah, he was like at this point.
no, it's me trying to just say, wow, look at all the stuff that you guys helped contribute to, because if you didn't contribute to it, I couldn't have did all this by myself. So let's talk about one last thing real quick is tell me where like your future is going. Like you're through with high school, you're through with elementary school. So elementary, Duke Ellington, shout out to retired principal Scott, right? Was that y'all principal?
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to retired Principal Scott.
out, Miss Scott.
Plato, shout out to now AP, but Principal Charles Williams, right?
I love my
Okay.
principal. I said I love my principal. Both of y'all.
Yeah, but okay. Because you didn't act like you loved me more. You were like, I just love both of y'all.
No, I do love. Hey, this gonna be on air.
It's
I
gonna be
can't
on
say-
air.
I can't say which one I love more. I don't want to get beat up.
Okay.
So
Because
that-
that show was ready.
So there is someone you love more.
Right.
No, I love them both equally.
Why is she lying?
How could she love us equally? How could she love us equally?
Because
well,
y'all
one
both
you've
got me
known
to
longer
great-
though.
Both of y'all have got me to great places. You know, I'm the outstanding young woman I am now because of the both of you.
Okay, we'll take that.
Yep.
So let's go around and
Look,
talk about
look.
like
If she didn't have you as a shoulder to stand on.
yes. Yes.
And that's the one that got me.
So y'all gonna throw my words back at him.
That was good.
Don't give him 5 on that. That wasn't good.
That was great, actually.
That wasn't good. You know, so let me say this. Lamarion probably was the quietest senior. Next to, let me think who, no, I don't want to call the names that's not here. But he was very, very quiet. So when you said you're introvert to extrovert, I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Loudmouth was here. So she always ran the senior class, right?
Yep.
And she would be like, we need to talk. We need to talk. The senior class wants to do blah, blah, blah. Blah. And I'm not leaving out your office till you hear me. And so she bullied me a lot, y'all. So let's go around and just talk about like where you guys want to, like, what's next for you guys? So whatever's next in your dreams, in your movement, let's just kind of share that real quick.
You want to go?
So for me, I did my first semester at Illinois State University, and it was really good. I enjoyed everything from like the food to like the recreational center, going to the gym all the time. The parties was pretty
Oh
good.
my God, you finna talk about the parties at college?
The
He
parties
said
was-
nothing about a book. No.
The parties was pretty good. Hey, I actually used to study a lot though. I used to just sit in my dorm
Well, I
room
wanted you to say
sometimes.
that first before you start talking about all the parties and the gym.
But overall, it was a very good experience for me. It definitely taught me a lot. It gave me some wisdom and really actually helped me get that full experience of you doing this yourself, all the decisions you do, waking up, going to class, everything that you decide, you got to decide that on your own. You got to be willing to do these things. And it did help me, although one thing I can say is I never really got fully accustomed to the environment, especially how far away I was from all my familiarities and the people I know and my more closer connections that I have. So my path right now is looking like I just want to be a little closer to home, but that doesn't, deter me from my goal. I'm still trying to go to college for computer science.
Okay.
And I'm thinking of going to one of the city colleges and hoping I get a career out of that.
You will. I'm totally geeked about that because you can transfer what you got at Illinois State right over to one of the city colleges. Whatever help you need on that, let us know. Sir?
So we talking about what we wanted.
Yeah, what's next for
Yeah,
Deshaun?
what's next? Okay, honestly, let me start with college, cause college is cool. It's all right. Don't get me wrong. You know, I feel like I'm good wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I got people with me. Me and Lamari, I was there together, dorm together. You know.
Okay, at Illinois State.
Yeah. It's like I couldn't see myself anywhere else, but college is like it's weird because once again you are independent. You do have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. You don't even gotta go to class. Like you don't gotta go to class every single day. You don't. It's so many things you don't have to do, but it's so many things you have to do at the same time.
Yeah.
But when we got there, I realized it didn't really matter how much prepping we did in high school. We was still not ready. Like so much stuff got thrown at us. So much stuff, more than I can even really remember or care enough to speak about right now. But
And so quickly too.
yeah. But as far as college, I don't really know what to talk about. Really, like if we
Well, it
talk
doesn't
about,
even have to be about college. So let me tell you guys this: we had a group of fellas in their senior year this year that went to the locals plumber 1:30, and so while they were in school, they would go in the afternoon to work being a plumber because we realized there are so many jobs out there that are not necessarily tied to you being in college. There's also so many trades out there. So when I ask your next step, it's not about saying because you got to be in college, you got to get a degree. My thing is like, what have you found that might be your passion to say, you know what, this is where I'm moving to, because sometimes it can be totally overwhelming not being, you know, in places that are familiar for you, like you said. But also, some people work better with their hands, and so the carpentry. Like I said, the guys that did plumbing, I mean, they fell in love with plumbing, and I used to say to them all the time, "You'll never see a broke plumber." Right? Because it's always something. I mean, as much, think about even Chicago. When you guys left and came back, how many new houses were built? You know, so they needed plumbing. True. They need somebody to put the plumbing work in. When you think about all the places downtown that are being built, they need plumbing, but you also need somebody to maintain those. And I'm just talking about plumbing, but there's so many other, trades that are out there. So don't ever just feel like if, you know, I went to college, I did a semester, I did a year, and now people don't think that, you know, I can. It's really about you finding you. And that's why I was just like, hey, what's next? Because I'm not putting restrictions on what's next. What I'm putting restrictions on is that you find something that will make you successful and that will make you a contributing adult to our society, meaning voting, getting property, keeping up, and that you're able to take care of your family and give them their things that they want. Sierra, we're running out of time. So what you got?
Okay. Dang.
You knew I was coming to you, so you.
I knew, but I was
talking
to
so
you.
deep.
You know, I was just.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been like so deep in this conversation, right?
I was absorbed.
I was. It just got me. It was a vortex. But I'm gonna try to make this quick because we're running out of time. I do want to say that in high school, you know, I just feel like I flourished a lot, and like they said, there was nothing in this world that could have prepared me for college. And you know, first semester, it was a little hard because going from knowing everybody and being around everybody and having so many people to having nobody, because I went to college by myself and nobody who graduated from Michelle Clark went to Lincoln with me. So, by the way, I went to Lincoln University of Missouri, founded in 1866, one of the most illustrious HBCUs ever. But,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that shout out.
So I think that, you know, everything is kind of like getting comfortable with it. And I prayed a lot while I was down there, and I asked God to be comfortable with uncomfortability. So it was easier for me while, kind of like trying to get to know people and trying to establish a name for myself also at school. I had so much to say before I got absorbed in your conversation. Now I feel like I'm just blanking, but you know,
blame it on me.
I'm going back and I'm going to get a degree in computer information systems from Lincoln.
Yes.
And I just think that it's pretty cool. The advice that I would give to anybody who's going to be watching this, if y'all about to go to college, pray. And if you don't pray, then, just take some time, woosah, and be prepared for anything, because you never know what'll happen. And it's so much independency, and there's so many things that you got to do within being independent, and it definitely just makes you feel like an adult. And adulting is very ghetto, so.
Adulting is very hard. Would y'all agree with me on that? Like, at some point, like, you're going to have to just, like, have to take care of yourself. Like, there's moments that I really go, can I just go back to living with my mama and daddy? Like, I'm telling you guys, like, I don't want another bill. And some of them I've created myself, but I don't want to pay another car note. I don't want to pay mortgage. I just want somebody to pay those things, and I don't have to know they paying them, right? Because y'all don't know all the bills that, like, sometimes that your parents are paying. So thank you guys so much for being here with me. This is the start of getting some of our alumni together. We started with the class of 2023. I think we saying because y'all kind of rock or something here.
We might just be the best.
Well,
we kind of the
I
best.
have some that are coming from 2016. So we'll see what they're talking about. But this is Principal Anderson. Can't wait to give you another episode of the alumni of Michelle Clark and what are they doing and where are they now. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you. And as always, at Michelle Clark.
It's always a
great day to be.
Oh my God, y'all act like y'all didn't know that.
Time.
Yeah, they was. No, it was bad. It was bad, and now it's on. It's on the air like y'all were like.
One more time.
It's too late. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.